Hey, I'm Michael from editexposure.com, and today I'm going to show you how I shot this epic sunset silhouette photo. My plan is to show you exactly where I shot it. I'll pull up some behind the scenes GoPro footage and explain how I framed the shot, and then dive into some of the specific camera settings I used as well. So I took the photo itself in Bolinas Ridge, which is in Marin County in Northern California. It's about an hour north of San Francisco. You see here the peninsula of San Francisco. There's the Golden Gate Bridge. Let's zoom on into this spot and I'll show you the road we were on. It's a pretty epic spot. I'm told like a bunch of car commercials are filmed here and stuff, but yeah, this is the road we were at. My girlfriend Lauren was pretty much just skating down this road like this, flipping around and coming back towards me, which is where the shot came from. I'll put the exact GPS coordinates either in the YouTube description or in the blog post on editexposure.com, just so you can look up the exact location yourself to head there. I now want to take you over to some behind the scenes footage that I took with my GoPro while I was taking this shot. This is a video that I edited before this. On the left here, you're gonna see the behind the scenes footage from my GoPro. It was mounted on my chest. And on the right, the images are gonna pop up basically in real time that I'm taking with my DSLR, my Canon 80D, as I shoot them with Lauren going down the road. So let's start this up here. Insane. All right, I'm ready. Yep. That was nuts. Yeah, come back. Whoa.
Sun.
Hopefully you found that little behind the scenes video interesting. I'm now gonna finish off today's tutorial by giving you 3 tips on how you can take similar sunset silhouette photos. I'm gonna take my Canon 80D DSLR off the tripod so I can show you some settings, put a GoPro on my chest, and talk you through some things on my computer as well. Let's go. Tip 1. You need to be in a high-speed continuous shooting mode. So it would be under your drive mode settings. I'm gonna hit drive and go over to high-speed continuous. This allows you to take a lot of photos very quickly. And you need to do that. As you can see right here, I took 67 photos in a matter of 1 minute to get that one shot that I liked the most. Take a lot, go into high-speed continuous shooting mode, take as many as your camera will allow you to. Tip 2 has to do with autofocus. First, you're gonna wanna be in AI servo mode. I'm not entirely sure what it's called in Sony or Nikon cameras, but in Canon, it's called AI servo. I just hit this little autofocus button here to get to it. What this means is that the camera is going to continually reevaluate where it needs to be focusing as you're shooting in that high-speed continuous mode. You basically always want this on when you're shooting moving subjects, so definitely have it on if you're trying to do a similar shot as the shot I took. Next, you are going to want to define a manual autofocus zone. This means that your camera is only going to look in a certain space to autofocus. This really played to my favor in this shot, and I'll show you exactly why. I downloaded this plugin that allows me to show focus points. You can see because I defined this area, the camera knew to autofocus in this zone. And at this point, I was just holding my camera on the ground, but I knew to keep Lauren, my subject, centered up because I had those autofocus points defined. So define the zone and remember which zone you define. That's tip number 2. Tip 3 for shooting a top-notch sunset silhouette shot is get your camera low to the ground and within the shadow of your subject. So in the behind the scenes video here, you can see that my camera is raised a bit off the ground here. And because of that, it has direct sunlight beaming into the lens. What this causes is the shot to be blown out. You can see the camera's trying to compensate basically for the sun shining directly into it, and then also trying to expose for this foreground here. And you can see it just did a terrible job because it's all black. There's hardly any detail with it. Once I lower my camera to the ground and take these shots, you can see how much better the photos look, and that's because the sunlight isn't shining directly into the lens of the camera. It's able to expose automatically for this foreground, get all that detail, and that's where my favorite shot came from, was when I was within Lauren's shadow. So yeah, get low and get in the shadows of your subjects. That's tip 3. That's all I have for this tutorial. Be sure to let me know any questions in the comments section below. I really hope you learned something. If you're watching this video on YouTube, definitely check us out at editexposure.com, where we post very similar photo video tutorials like the one you just saw. Again, my name's Michael. You can find me on Instagram as MeetMichaelHenry. And that's all I have for today, so I will see you next time. Later.